someone who's helped a lot of people. She's made a huge impact. She's been a product to the product, loves this company, loves Mark Hughes, our founder. Yes, she signed up at the age of 16. Okay, so raise your hand if you're under 25. 25 or under, raise your hand. Not me, but I was giving you an example. Okay. All right. Oh, Daniel, you're funny. Okay. So, you guys, age of 16 signed up. Okay. So if you didn't know, at the age of 14, you can be an Herbalife distributor, which is awesome. And then after graduating from USC, she started her Herbalife business. 6 months, got to the global expansion team. 13 months to the millionaire team. And then from there, you guys, she kind of traveled and enjoyed life. She's going to share her story with us. And then in 2008, she decided to get back to work and qualified to the president's team in 18 months. Okay. Who wants to get to the president's team in the next 18 months? Who would love that? All right. So super excited. So with that, I'd love to invite to the call. I'm so thankful for you to be here tonight. 15K Executive President's team member, Karla Sandoval.
All right, you guys. Well, first of all, thank you, Amber, for that amazing introduction. And hello, everyone. Type on the chat where you are from. Type on the chat. I'm going to spotlight myself really quick, and then I'm going to put gallery views. I can see everybody. There we go. Okay, so type on the chat. Ohio, Southern California. I was going to say Southern California. South Carolina, right? North Carolina. Wait, wow, look at this. Okay, so over there, it's like 8 o'clock. So, okay, there we go. All right, Ohio. You guys are all over the place. Okay, well, I am in California, where the gas is $7 a gallon. I don't know what it is over there, okay? But it's just crazy anyway. But I see all the faces going, whoa, that's right, Nikki. The gas is $7. Anyway, so you guys, well, first and foremost, thank you so much, Amber, for introducing me and having me speak to your team. I don't take this lightly. Today is April 4th. It is the beginning of the month. And I don't know, can I say it? Yeah, okay. And the beginning of the month and the second month of an amazing month that you guys are about to have. So first of all, I want you guys all to go ahead and grab your hand, put your pat on the back, and really give yourselves a big pat on the back for having a ridiculous March, okay? So congratulations, because yes, while Amber is going to get the recognition, it is you guys that did the work. So congratulations, you guys, for hitting your very first month of President's Team. So awesome, you guys. I know some of you guys are like, what are they so excited about? Okay. I know for myself, I'm going to share with you guys my story really quick, but I know when I first got started with this business, I was like, why are they so loud? Why are they making such a big deal? Like, I don't get it. I remember, so I'm, all religion aside, I grew up Catholic, and I'll be like, these guys sit up and stand up more than the Catholic Church. What is going on? Okay. So if you're feeling a certain way about, I don't understand, I get you. Okay. I totally get you, because, this culture in this world of community that we're involved in is so unique, you guys. And so I'm going to share with you guys my story really quick. I'm definitely going to drop some nuggets as I'm sharing my story, because I feel that it's really important that every single one of you really understand what is all the hype. Why are we so excited? And why did I agree? I actually reached out to Amber and I was like, if there's anything I can do to help your team hit those qualifications, count with me. And I say team because that's what it is. It's the president's team, right? And, and I don't know about you guys, if you guys watch sports, but for example, if you watch soccer, the World Cup, or if you watch the Super Bowl, right? There is one trophy, but it is the team that comes together to get that trophy. And while they give it to the quarterback or the captain or whoever the heck they give it to, everybody celebrates. Everybody is part of that success. And that's exactly what is happening. a little bit because the story's long, but I just grabbed some stuff today and I was like, what could I possibly contribute? Okay. And so, my name is Karla Sandoval. I'm an executive president's team member, 15K. All that means is I've helped a lot of people. Okay. And I want to bring you back though. I want to tell you where I come from because I think it's so important, right? So this cute little lady here with the red sweater is me. And I love this picture because this is the little girl that is fearless. This is the little girl that is unstoppable. This is the little girl that had dreams. And look at her, she was running, right? And I want you to, first of all, if you have anything to write with, I want you to write this down. Who am I? Write that down. Who am I? Today I was telling somebody, somebody here at the club was really frustrated, and you don't want to ask me anything unless you want to hear the truth. Okay, that's just the person that I am, and so she was telling me why she was so frustrated, and I told her this. I said, you are frustrated because you are not living in your true essence. You're not living in your true essence. And I'm going to invite every single one of you guys on the line here to look at this little girl. Who are you? Remind yourself, that little boy, that little girl that was going through the world with all these dreams. And, I remember just hopping and, I'm still very energetic, as you can tell, and that is my essence. And every single one of you on the line have that essence. And maybe some of you guys have the essence of, you want to be bigger than life. You want to make a contribution in this world. And guess what? You can do that in this business, right? And, we came from Mexico. I'm originally from Mexico, so I'm an immigrant to this country. And we came to this country thinking we were going to live like this, these beautiful homes, these beautiful cars and all that stuff. But the reality was we came to live here in this apartment, okay? 13 of us lived in the door on the right-hand side where the doors open. That was where my grandparents lived, and they welcomed us to their home. 13 of us lived there, and I share this with you because so many times we might forget how we were, whether it's financial, how we were physically, how we were mentally, how we were spiritually, when you start to live a better quality of life. And I never want to forget, this is where we grew up. Okay. And, so, my parents, these are my parents. I'll tell you a little bit about them in a minute, but this is how Herbalife found them. And I love, look at the camera, you guys. Okay. That's a VHS video camera. Back then, some of you guys are like, what is that monster? Okay. That is how we used to take video. There was no deleting, no editing. It's one shot. Hopefully you got it right. Okay. And, anyway, this is them. This is how this business found them. And I love this picture because sometimes you might see people, especially when we're about to go this week to LDW, Leadership Development Weekend. Everyone's going to get out their best clothes, their best shoes. And sometimes you're like, wow, they get on stage and you're like, these guys are so glamorous. That's how I used to think. And then we look down, I'm like, okay, Gap jeans, nothing wrong with that, okay? I don't know if you guys have this in your place, Payless shoes, right? And you look at everybody else and you think that everybody that's made it to the top comes with glam. Well, look at this, okay? They did not come with glam, okay? And it was crazy because my parents were, they were talking in a table and they were like, okay, my parents were not arguing, but kind of arguing about money. And I remember my dad was like, I want to start this business and I want to do this and I want to do that. And my dad's always been a big dreamer. And my mom's been more like the person that's grounded and more like, okay, let's be realistic kind of a person. And my father wanted to start this business and my mom was like, no, absolutely not. We know nothing about it. Actually, he wanted to start an organic business. This is in the 90s, okay, which wasn't cool back then. He was so ahead of his time. But anyway, he didn't do it. And here's the thing, you guys, 2 weeks later, we walked into a furniture store and I want you to write this phrase down. Somebody said a phrase that dramatically changed our life. And that is, who do you know? Okay. Now that phrase, you can turn it into anything. So I'm also giving you a little bit of training here. Okay. It's like, who do you know? And then you fill in the blank. This man, his name is Ron Rivera. He's passed away, but wherever he is, he has forever changed our life. He said, who do you know? Who do you know that wants to make some extra income? And I had just watched Pretty Woman, and I wanted to be Pretty Woman, not because I wanted to be a prostitute, okay, but because I wanted to live that kind of life, okay? Disclaimer here. Don't be like, Karla, I wanted to be a prostitute. No, honey. I wanted to be at the Wilshire Grand Hotel. I wanted to be in Rodeo Drive. I wanted to do all of that life, okay? And anyway, so the guy goes, who do you know that wants to make some extra money? Immediately, I said my father, right? And here's the thing I want you to know. And if you have children, this is something you really need to tap into, and that is that we're always watching and we're always listening. So even though my parents were always hiding their problems, I always watched and I always listened. So when the guy said, who do you know? I said, you got to talk to my dad. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole story, but I will tell you these bullet points that you want to take away. And that is that the guy called my dad, okay, and my dad hung up on him, and the guy called back, and my dad listened, kind of. And then the guy tried to explain the business to him, and my dad said, if you want to tell me about some business, you got to come to my house and talk to me. Now, my question to you is, are you ready to go after what you want? Are you ready to go after the kind of business, to go after the kind of team, to go after the kind of results, to go after what you really want? Because the guy could have easily been like, oh no, you come to me. You come to my club. You come to my house, right? And so here's the thing. Imagine if the guy would have not come over, okay? I don't want disclaimer. This is not typical, but possible with a lot of hard work, blah, blah, blah. The guy would have missed out. I mean, easily, this guy is probably making, I don't know, at least, okay, I'm just going to say the legal thing I can say, which is like $14,000 a month. He's at least making 14 grand. I think now I can say 16, whatever it is. He's making a lot of money, even though, by the way, you guys, okay, our sponsor has passed away, okay? But guess what? His children are cashing in on that money month after month after month. I don't know if you guys who are new on this line, maybe you're just new in this business, I don't know if you know that. But imagine this gentleman, Ron Rivera, worked, created a business, helped my parents, helped other people build a team, build a business. And when he passed, his children, okay, and his wife have been they inherited that business. So they're well taken care of for the rest of their life because of what their father did. And guess what? You have that same opportunity with this opportunity. Okay? So the guy told my dad, my dad said, come on over. And like I said, I might want you to ask yourself, what would you do? Are you ready to go after what you want? Are you ready to go and have the best 2022 ever? Are you ready to change your life? And if you are, you guys, give me a me on the chat. So the guy came over, right, and was like, explain the business, and then the guy said, okay, you want to do this? And my dad's like, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, this sounds really great. And then the guy said, no product, no business. My dad's like, I don't need this stuff. Like, I'm super healthy. I'm super fit. My dad would run marathons. The guy said, to show you my results. So that's something I also want to invite you to think about is like how connected are you with Herbalife's mission? And if you're new on this line, if you've been in this business for the last 6 to 12 to 24 months, you're new. I got a 4-year-old, so I know like it takes time to develop, right? So if you're new, my biggest advice to you is this, write this down. LDW. Like that is the best advice I could give you. Besides loving the products, which you probably already do, is you cannot miss Leadership Development Weekend. Because it is those events that really get you to understand what this business is. This call is not the business. Your club is not the business. The events is where you're going to see what this business is. So that's what happened. My parents started the business opportunity. They went to a training, okay? And by the way, it was their anniversary. They could have said, no, I can't go. But the sponsor was, and I want you to write this down, was really smart. I want you to write this down. Don't buy their stories. Write that down. Don't buy their stories. Your job is to show people what is available to them. And if you're not understanding, then you need to, if your sponsor doesn't do that, I'm here to tell you, LDW is the place you need to be. Why? Because when we went to that training, I say we because they dragged me literally because I was 16. I wanted to stay home, you know, get in trouble, right? Because the event was out of town, right? And I was like, yeah, you guys should go. And my parents are like, no, you're coming with us. Anyways, I was dragged right to this event, and it was Jerry Satanovich, okay, which is like the very first distributor Mark Hughes ever signed up. And I remember her, okay, I can't even tell you how much she used to make a day, but let's just say she used to make a day what somebody makes a month, right? A day is what she used to make. Disclaimer, with a lot of hard work and dedication, not typical but possible, okay? And it was crazy because I remember thinking like, what the heck? Who are these people? It wasn't until we went to that event that we saw what was possible for us. And so I'm going to invite every single one of you, if you haven't gotten your LDW ticket, you make sure you do that as soon as we get off this call. Because look at this, okay? Because of that event, they started working like crazy. Look at them. They completely changed, okay? They went from this, okay, to this. They were able to qualify to vacations, and I watched all of this, okay? I never was interested in this business. I thought this business was ridiculous, not for me. But oh yeah, when it came to the vacations, I was like, Herbalife, Herbalife, Herbalife. And then when there was no vacations, I was like, be quiet, Dad, with your Herbalife, okay? But anyway, here I am now going to USC, right? And I don't know if you guys know the tuition back then in 1998. Okay, so I'm not very young. 1998, the tuition was $60,000 a year. So I am going to ask every single one of you here on the line is, why are you doing this business? Like, why are you here? Why are you on this call on a Monday night? Like, why are you here? Why are you going to go to LDW? Why are you going to put in the work? Why? Okay? And then I want you to write down this phrase and I want you to put it in quotation marks, okay? I am doing this business. I want you to write this down. I am doing this business, comma, okay, for these moments. Quotes. I am doing this business for these moments. And anytime you want to quit, anytime you're doubtful, anytime you're like, is this worth it? You got to think about this. I am doing this for those moments. So here I am qualified. I went to I got accepted to USC, and my parents didn't have the money, right? And then my mother said, go. I don't know what we need to do. You just go. And I went. And that's when I realized like they were doing this business for these moments. For the moments when the money is short for the family, there's a funeral, something's going to happen, and you are the one they call. When your children want to go on a field trip and it's like $2,000 because they got to go across the country, you can say, go, I got it. Right? And so that's when I stopped bugging my parents about this business. So if you've got people that are giving you a hard time, if you got people that don't believe about what you're doing, don't worry about it. It's normal. I really do feel with all religious beliefs that God puts them in your life to make you stronger, to make you like bulletproof, like whenever they come at you, like, are you serious? You know, my mom says chi-chi's up, which means boobs up, chi-chi's up, stomach in, head up. Right? And you say, yes, I'm serious. This is what I'm doing. Right? So I went to USC and then I graduated. I was accepted to a program to Spain. So I went to Spain. And then when I came back, it was crazy. Okay? I came back and it was absolutely amazing. This is now where my parents were living. And I was like, wait, what? With this Herbalife thing? Well, I used to call it Yerbalife, okay? I would make so much fun of it. And I was like, wait, what the heck? They were doing the business for these moments. Okay? And so I was like, okay, tell me what I need to do. They said the first thing you got to do is you got to get signed up. So every single one of you guys, check, you've already done that. They said, number 2, get on the products. Look at me, how cute and big I was. And I came back from Spain looking like this. Immediately I got on the products, okay? And 20 pounds less. You know, it gave me so much confidence. I started talking to people about how I was feeling and everything. So if you right now want to increase your business, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you the secret formula. You ready? Write this down. Increase my product intake. People ask me all the time, what do you do with your hair? Do you think I tell them like, oh, I use XYZ product? No, it's called collagen, okay? Herbal aloe shampoo and conditioner, all of it, okay? So you got to be a product of the product, okay? And then they said, number 3, go to trainings. And to me, that was like a no-brainer because I had just graduated from college and I was like, okay, I got it, right? So I did that, okay? And this is the one thing I'm going to complete my call here with you guys with this. And that is this. You guys, well, I say we because I'm part of this whole process, okay? We are walking in to our second cut of President's Team. Second cut of President's Team. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. This President's Team qualification is nothing more than elevating your entire team at another level. See, what happens is when somebody gets elevates, then the rest of you, by default, if you're on the train, you're gonna go with the momentum. If you're on the team calls, if you're on the leadership development trainings, if you're on the chats, if you're on, you're gonna go. Like if your car is on, it's gonna go. Okay? I've never seen a car turned off move. I want you to think about that. Right? Obviously, you guys are on, you're on this call. But how many more people can you turn on? Get them in the car, get them on the train, get them on the plane, and say, let's go, because we are going, right? And how you're going to make that happen, you guys, is by that last slide, and that is make your day a routine. I'm going to invite you for the next 60 days. Head down, okay? Head down, and let's go. Let's grind. Take advantage of the fact that the entire team is marching. The entire team is running. And guess what? If you just jump on, you're going to advance. I always tell people the best thing that's going to happen, not the worst thing, okay? The best thing that's going to happen is that you're going to grow. You're going to make more money. You're going to have more experiences. You know, and when you guys, I'm like getting chills, okay? Because I know that whatever you did, I'm just going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, whatever you did last month, do that and a little more. Just do that and a little more. That means the shampoo is coming from your own shopping cart. The conditioner is coming from your shopping cart. The body soap is coming from your shopping cart. Okay? That means you're taking your shakes more consistently. You're drinking your aloe. You're drinking your lift off. Write down this. I'm going to give you guys the recipe. If you're wondering how I have so much amazing energy, I'm going to give you guys my formula. Ready? Here we go. It's called lift off, tea, aloe. I know you all know about that one. Okay? And CR7. You guys got to add that CR7. CR7 needs to be in all of y'all's drink. California doesn't talk like that, but I think you guys all talk like that, right? And y'all all drink, okay? Every single one of you, if you have not put CR7 in your shopping cart, the other day somebody put on there, CR7 is not my favorite. Oh, honey, I went off. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? CR7 is life. It puts you in the best mood. It opens up your brain. I call it the I don't care, I don't give up, beep, 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 beep about anything. That drink just with the lift off, okay? It's a CR7 with the lift off. You don't even know. Like, you just get so happy. My husband's upset. True story. One time I was really upset. Sorry, I'm going over time. One of my husband was upset, and I grabbed the CR7. I go, hold on. I went, I had it dry. I'm like, hold on. Give me 5 minutes. I was just kidding with him, not really. But, because it puts me in the best mood. I call it the mommy drink. Because mommies have mommy brain. Even though your child is 50, you still got mommy brain. So, it's whatever you did last month, do that and a little more. Why? Because I'm going to tell you, I know some of you guys are like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but just please trust me. Because come July is graduation season. July is the Super Bowl celebration, the World Cup celebration. When it comes July and we are all at the don't do this to me, Nikki. When we're at the extravaganza and they say, please help me welcome up all the brand new President's Team, and the confetti's going off like crazy, your team's name is going to be on those big screens. Your team's name is going to be highlighted in front of 30, 40,000 people. And you're going to be able to say, that was my shampoo. That was my CR7 that made that happen. And then they're going to say, please help us welcome all the brand new millionaire team. And your team's name is going to be on those screens. And then they're going to say, help me welcome up all the brand new Get team. And your team names are going to be on that screen. And here's what happens. When somebody grows, you're next. Because they now know how to tell you what to do. They now know how to, for example, I've never ran a marathon. My father has ran like 30, 40 marathons or something crazy like that. So if I want to know how to run a marathon, I'm going to ask somebody who's ran a marathon. Barbara, I'm going to ask, who's done it, Hayla? I'm going to ask, right? So you guys now will be able to ask your team, how did you do it? So that now you can go. Because they're setting the pace. They're moving the trenches for you to grow. And I'm just going to tell you guys, we got 60 days to go as hard as you can. We got 60 days to make this happen. But right now, nothing else exists but April. April, number one, April LDW. Every single one of you got to be there. Okay, I don't know what needs to move, what needs to shift, but you need to have the I'm going to make it mindset. Because I'm telling you, all the hard work is just temporary. Because this is what I'm going to invite you. I'm going to close with showing you a little bit of what has happened because of my hard work, because of my dedication, because of the, sleepless nights, lots of driving, lots of planes, okay? It's like having those memorable experiences that take your breath away. I love to travel. And here I am with my mom in San Carlos. We had this mom-daughter trip, at the beach, at the front, beachfront property, eating ceviches and beer, okay? Going to Nice, France with my entire family, and being able to stay in beautiful places. Because I had been to Europe before, but I stayed at youth hostels. It's very different when you go there with some cash. Monaco, Hawaii, completely paid for by Herbalife. So you have the opportunity to earn these vacations and have Herbalife pay for it. The company did this promotion with soccer. My father is a big soccer person. So we were able to go be on the field, right? And here's the thing, right? Because I'm going to tell you this, because my parents are chairman club members, I got perks. Because you're going to have a president's team member on your team, you're going to have perks, okay? So we all win here, okay? And so I was able to go down on the field, meet all these Madrid players. I don't know who they are, but they're super cute. So I took a picture with them, okay? And being able to go to Jamaica to be able to speak and to be able to share my story and contribute to other people. Some of you, maybe you want to start a foundation. My girlfriend and I started this foundation called Women Like Us, where we would go to junior highs and talk to young girls about living a better life, not having teenage pregnancy and going off to college. So, but guess what, you guys? We needed money for this. And being able to have the income to give back to the less fortunate is something I personally love. And then here it is. Here it is, Amber. Okay, this is the moment that all of us dream about, where the company recognizes you for qualifying to president's team. And it's so amazing because the company calls you, they book your flight once you finish your qualification, and they fly you into Los Angeles, and there's a car outside of the airport with your name on it, okay? And everyone told me, don't touch the luggage. They get it for you. I'm like, all right, this is good. I was single at the time, so I was like, okay, I'm not used to having a man do all these things. The guy grabs the luggage, puts me in this car, okay? I'm going to totally confess, okay? I had to take a big bag, okay, Amber? I had a big bag with me, thank God. And the car had all these Herbalife products, Lift Off, H3O. Honey, I grabbed everything and put it in my bag. We all love free product, right? And then guess where they took me, though? They took me to the Wilshire Grand Hotel in Beverly Hills. So my little dream of how this whole opportunity started, about wanting to be like Pretty Woman, came true. But it was on my own merit, not on another person's hard work, mine. And then the company takes you to LA Live, and then you put your name on this wall. And they start telling your story. And they start talking about everything that you wrote down. And in the flashlight, I remember closing my eyes, just crying the entire time. Because I started to think about, this is why I work so hard. These are all the endless nights, all the breakups, all the hard moments, all the no's, all the everything. All of it for this moment. And that is what your team is about to experience. Okay. And it was crazy because then I was able to take my college friends out, the friends that always made fun of me, that said, take off that button, Karla, and take them on a dinner and me pay for it. Once I saw the bill, I was like, okay, maybe we should split it. But, I ended up paying for it, right? And it was amazing. Taking my best friend who once made a comment about me doing this business, offensive comment, taking her to the Bahamas and telling her, just get your butt down here. I got everything else. And having her see and tell all my friends, oh my gosh, Karla's like really famous. Like they don't understand the whole thing, right? So it's okay. I was like, yeah, take a picture. They're like, everyone takes pictures of her. Right? Like they don't understand that when you're president's team, everybody like wants to take a picture with you. I thought it was just me, but I never told her anything till later on. She figured it out. Right? But to be able to work with your family, now my entire family does this business. We travel together. Right? And then, it came to a moment that it was now time for me to like settle down. So I met this man and we got married, and it was just, you guys, I want to tell you something. For those of you guys who have children, my parents literally said, here is the checkbook. Have the wedding of your dreams. This is their home. I was able to cover the entire pool. That's the white dance floor is the pool that was covered. Bringing in Ecuadorian roses, flying them in, right? Having the china that I wanted without looking at prices, right? This is what it's about. It's about working hard for these moments, right? And having my best, all my Herbalife family was there, Jerry, who's a really good friend of mine, and now the entire family does this business. Okay. And then, it came to another point, becoming a mom, having my son, and being able to be around him. I still work at the club. I work from home, but to be able to show him like, what, your mom, she a badass, right? To be able to have her say, that's my mom. And more than anything, you guys, to be able to work together as a family, because my parents said yes, it's impacted my life. Because I'm saying yes and working my butt off, I'm impacting my son's life, and this is what you get to do. You get to leave a legacy. So I want you to just think, okay, you guys are walking into some powerful months. You guys are walking into some powerful 60 days. And all I'm asking from you, every single one of you guys, be part of this celebration. Be part of this team success. Whatever you did last month, go on, look at what you did, and do that and a little bit more. Do that and do more. This month is double volume month up to 5,000. So every single person on this line should be going for that 5,000 volume points to get to those VIPs at extravaganza. And listen, we haven't had an extravaganza in years. You definitely, number one, need to go to LDW to kind of understand what this extravaganza thing is. But more than anything, you want to go to extravaganza and you want to shoot for sitting at VIP. And this is the month to do that. So I'm just going to say thank you so much, Amber. I'll stay on if you guys have any questions. But, I'm just telling you, you guys, it is going to be such an amazing moment to be at the red carpet and have the company say, please help us welcome all the brand new President's team members and having your team's name on those screens. So I'm just going to leave you with one thing, and that is that how much are you going to contribute to making that happen? Not only for the team, but for yourself, right? How much are you willing to go for it? Head down, 60 days. 60 days, head down, let's go, right? And all roads lead to extravaganza. So thank you so much, you guys. I am so excited to celebrate with every single one of you guys. When we're there at extravaganza, make sure, you come up and let's take a picture and say, girl, I am here and our name is on that screen. So thank you so much, babe, and I'll turn the call back over to you.